Welcome back, y'all, to another Hip Hop Babies interview.
Yes,
Today,
sir.
special guest with me. We got Big Daddy Chop.
Yo, yo.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. So great to have you on the show, man.
Thank y'all for having
Been
me.
me, of course. Been meaning to do this for a minute. We've been following Chop since probably around 2019, um, when he dropped his first album on streaming, right? Recollection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So I've been fucking with you since then. Just dope. Obviously, I know where you're from, being the East Bay. What town are you from specifically, though?
I'm from Antioch, California.
The Yacht town. You know
Uh,
what it is, Yacht boys. Okay, for sure. Yeah, I kind of figured because I know you are really close with No Seasons, and I went to middle school with No Seasons, so
yeah.
I know
I don't
I
know that.
know I know him a little bit. I had a couple classes with him. We don't talk too much no more, but I've stayed tapped in with the East Bay Cats. So I wanted to ask you first and foremost, what is the meaning behind Big Daddy Chop? I kind of get it a little bit, but where did it originate from, man?
So honestly, it was I think it was freshman year. I have a friend, Neil Sahota.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We were just trying to think of a funny name, like just fucking around, just messing around. It wasn't anything serious, but and then he came up with Big Daddy Chop, and I thought it was hella funny. And then it kind of
It,
just well, people at the school were fucking with it. They thought it was funny, and it
it
like
is.
formed into a whole other thing.
It is, man. I mean, like when I first heard you, bro, I was wondering. I was like, can I really call him Big Daddy like that off rip? But I started listening. I was like, okay, okay. He got
It's
he got it. I can give him that respect. I can call him his full name.
a
Yeah,
lot.
you be chopping up them beats, man.
Yeah,
It's perfect. It's a fitting name, especially with the little producer tag you throw in there, especially
yeah.
with some of the interludes. Like you be like chop. Like I like that.
I appreciate it. It's funny because before I was really even making beats, I was chopping and screwing songs. So
Oh, for
I guess
sure.
those
Mm-hmm.
other ways, or I'm chopping it up with people.
Okay. When did you start like chopping and screwing? Like what year would you start, and then like where did it progress into production after that?
I think it might have been like 2015, 2016, around there. I was
Hmm.
just chopping and screwing Bay Area music, like HD, Young Gully, stuff like that. And then, but I think even before that, my homie No Seasons, he's the one that showed me how to make beats because he was putting beat tapes on SoundCloud. And I really liked what he was doing. I never really heard anything like that. And
Mm.
then he introduced me to it. And as I was doing that, I was kind of just on virtual DJ,
Mm.
just messing around.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope, man. What? So would you say that checking out your buddy No Seasons stuff, that's what really sparked the creative side of you into
Yeah,
making music? Oh, that's
yeah.
dope, man.
Okay.
Um.
On FLC.
Okay. Yeah. You guys like getting in the studio and stuff like that. That's like your big influence. And do you have any other early influences that like you tapped into that like really got you down this road?
I mean, besides him, when I really started diving into it, I was listening to a lot of DJ Fresh, DJ Screw, Jay Dilla,
Mm-hmm.
BS2, a lot of like lo-fi producers.
Hmm. No, we can. I see that. I mean, it's all over it, right? That's dope, man. Because you really got like that sound to a T.
Yeah,
You're a true student of lo-fi hip hop.
yeah.
And I really think it's dope what you do on YouTube, where you do your MK2 tutorials and stuff like that. Um, did you have any tutorials that you found on YouTube that you would watch to learn how to do kind of stuff like this, or was it mostly just like word of mouth, how
When
you
I
got
uh,
to do all this?
when I started making beats, yeah, I was looking at a lot of YouTube tutorials. I was looking at all kind of YouTube tutorials, and
Hmm.
that's what that helped me a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I was just out countless hours of YouTube tutorials
Hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
trial and error, trying it out myself,
Yeah,
following
yeah.
along, stuff like that.
So, what was like kind of the first stuff you started gathering together to create your studio? Because you got a home studio, right?
Not necessarily. I have a couple beat machines, but that's about it.
Mm.
Oh, okay, for sure. So, what did you like? What was like the first step that you started taking to, you wanted to start to produce? Like, you started doing your tutorials. You with a homie. You got on FL. What were you really starting to work on early on, like just in general?
My homie, he didn't give it to me, but he sold me, it was an Ovation. I think it was 51 keys. I may be wrong, but it was a pretty fat keyboard. So I really started using that to sample and to chop up or even create my own melodies with that. But it wasn't
Mhm.
necessarily a beat machine. The first beat machine I got it was this right here. It was
Mm-hmm.
MK3, and it was only like 2 years ago, honestly.
Mm.
So it was very recently I got my first beat machine.
So you play piano when you were younger or something, or you just like kind of
No,
picked it up?
I kind of just picked it up to make beats on
Oh,
really.
that's tight.
I'm jealous of you, bro.
Even now, I can't really get down on the piano. I just play by ear.
Okay, that's dope though. Yeah,
Mhm.
because it's like I mean I feel like a lot of people when they're thinking about making music and stuff, they might overthink and be like, man, I gotta learn this whole instrument before I can do this. But not really. It's just like picking up pieces and like putting it together like a puzzle. So
Yeah,
it's dope to
exactly.
see.
You really don't even need any beat machines or any instruments when you get started. All
Hmm.
you need is your computer.
Yep.
You got
But,
to be willing to learn, really.
yep.
Yeah, and that's
Absolutely.
what. And watching you post some of the progression, like hearing your music progress, I could see that. Like, it sounds like hearing you got a beat machine later, and like hearing like you've been like hustling and doing everything on your computer, and like you're saying like I'm getting stuff together. Like, you could hear it in the music and how it sounds now compared to how when I first heard you. It sounds
Yeah.
like you're just like you're picking up on things, you're adjusting. That's dope to see.
Yeah, it feels like I'm still just getting started, honestly. I've been doing it a lot of years, but still feels like I'm just starting.
For sure, bro. And one of the main reasons why like I connect so heavily with your music, I feel like, is because you are like one of those people that can just like pick stuff up as you go and just add it to your bag. And you just
Yeah.
constantly add into your bag. Like I already like what you got, but like there's so much room that you can grow, and it's just like I see the potential. So it's like I really fuck with it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I try to be versatile. I try new things a lot, switch it up.
So with recollection, right? You were rapping on that project,
Hmm.
and that's you were making the beats on that project as well, right?
Not necessarily. I think I have only two beats on there. I think it was Forever
Mm-hmm.
and Where Do I Go, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay.
you started really making beats after that, or when did it like you were rapping first, then right, mainly, and then you were
Um,
like, when did it switch? Because it seems like now you've been focusing on production.
so I started off with making beats, but the first rap I ever wrote, I think it was freshman year as well. It was a diss song,
Okay.
nothing serious. But
Mm-hmm.
beats before I
What
just
did he
was
do, bro?
he did, we were on Facebook and he said I couldn't even drop 4 bars.
So you
Dropped the,
had to go in.
I dropped the whole diss song on him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was making beats before Recollection. I just wasn't rapping on my beats like that. Even rap on my beats. But Upper Echelon that was fully produced by me. That was the
That's
first
dope.
produced on my beats.
It's definitely like a process and like figuring out because you have beat tapes and like regular tapes, right? And your beat tapes early on are like really fleshed out beats, comparable to like like Madlib tapes where he just does some like crazy ass shit and it fills up the space entirely. So like I saw early on that you would be doing stuff like that and you like fill out your beats. So
Yeah, I was really just experimenting. When I make beats, even now, I don't always make them with the intent of people rapping on them. I kind of just make them because I like the sample, or I just want to make a beat.
Yeah, I peeped that. Your samples, you pick really good samples. It reminds me of Knowledge, Jay Dilla, the people who really know how to play with a sample and make it sound like a full song, like you have a feature or like you have a moment where the sample really comes in and then you
Mm.
just let the beat kind of like you change the beat up a little bit. I really love when you do stuff like that.
Yeah,
And now that you're saying like as you keep going, like especially if you keep getting back into rapping, I think that's gonna really take off, you know?
yeah, I appreciate it. I
so
love putting out the game. I love to listen to music. So that
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
first that I love, just little seconds that other people wouldn't hear when I do it.
What comes to your mind like when you're thinking of, oh, I need to sample this, or like how do you come up with the samples you sample?
Honestly, just listening to it, and then if a certain part sticks out to me, that's the part I'm gonna try to mess with. Even if it's seconds, it could be like an 8-minute song. I'll take 10 seconds from it. Lately I've been learning to appreciate it more because I used to only listen to samples to look for a part to take, but now I'm listening to records. I'm listening to everything just to enjoy the song, and then hear something, I'll just take that. It'll be like a bonus.
That's dope to see how your creative process evolved, and it's really truly hip hop. What you be doing, just like listening to music and then picking that little, like back in the day, like when they were just picking the drum samples and they would stretch
Yeah,
out the drums and everybody just be dancing to it. Like that's what it's really all about, finding the influence and expanding upon it on your own.
yeah, just beat breaking, doing beat breaks, and that
Yep.
will be just a little beat break. People
Yep.
dancing, b-boying.
So you had said to me recently that you are not looking to produce as much, or you have not been producing as much, and you are focusing more on writing and rapping now. What has in your life made you feel like you need to shift away from beat making towards, telling your story and rapping?
So it's just I would feel burnt out or unmotivated. The process itself wasn't really as fun anymore, especially just making beats in my room, being cooped up in here. So I try to go out to my friend's house or to the studio just to make beats over there. But I feel like it's easier for me to just throw a beat on and try to write something because I could do that at work. I could do that anywhere really. Just come up with lyrics in my head, but I can't sit down, dig for samples, try to make a beat. Any time of the day. Sometimes I feel like I have to force myself to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember you during the pandemic were going hard as fuck. It was like, I don't know, 30 beats a month or something like that, or you're just going crazy, bro. Your work ethic was insane. Going,
There was 1 month, I think it was July 2019. I made like 110 beats, something crazy. So
it's
it was,
crazy.
yeah,
Damn.
I was
He
on a
said,
different
Matt,
time.
he said, Dr. Dre catch up. Dr. Dre only
He
made
said, I put in the
200.
work. I put in the hours, the numbers, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's dope, man. Do you think that you want to shift, like, because you haven't been making a lot of YouTube video recently. You
Mhm.
have had like slowed down on that as well. Do you think that you could possibly start putting some more like rap content on your YouTube page, like you and the homies just in the studio, something like that?
Yeah, that's something I've been thinking about. Even with my music videos, I've been considering dropping them on that channel. But it's kind of weird because I made that channel directly for beats. But even now, I think I have a couple rap videos up there. I'm gonna upload another one soon. I be catting off. I have a lot of content. I gotta edit it, and like I said, I was feeling burnt out because I was doing this so consecutively. I
Hmm.
got back in my bag really, and just sit down and focus. I'll upload some more rap content on there for sure.
Cause you've been working hard on YouTube and you've been dropping projects, Chopzilla and Interval. Like I
Mhm.
said, Chopzilla, I was really listening to it, especially now recently before this.
Mhm.
The beats on there are crazy, gives me dark vibes, and then Interval is kind of like it's definitely still kind of darkness, but I feel more bright on that. You have songs like Morning Coffee. You have songs where it's like it's more just like chill. It gives me time to breathe. While Chopzilla was more, I feel like, in your face, and I can hear more people rapping over them.
Mhm.
So it's dope to see that you have styles where like some of these beat tapes over these beats, I can hear people rapping over them, and then some of them it's like you don't need that.
Interval was it was like a collection of my beats. I think as year and a half, 2 years from my machine and my SP, and then Chopzilla I went into it with the Chopzilla theme, really trying to make it villainous or monstrous. So I approached them a little differently. I think Interval was just a compilation of beats, really stuff that I wanted to put out before I started dropping my raps. Because
Yep.
I'm be dropping a lot more rap albums for sure.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. I mean, you've been working on it you said you've been grinding. You had to been grinding for something. So I mean, all the fruits about to come to fruition, right?
For
You
sure.
got any like self-produced albums, just you, or you outsourcing a lot like you did with Recollection? What kind of like creative route are you going with these?
Mostly I've been outsourcing. Like I have an album with my friend Jimmy Stubbs. He's from Salinas. He's a producer. We
Hmm.
got an album done. I got a project with my boy Drigo. We got a bunch of different producers on there. I got a project with Garcon Dior from SoCal. He's a producer. And then, yeah, I've just been reaching out, working with a lot of different producers, really. And then producing some songs here and there.
That's dope, man. And I saw that Drigo is having that show in LA on the July 16th. You know, can you tell us a little bit about how that came to fruition? You know, you guys just did a project and he's like, yo, homie, I need you to come do the show with me, or like, what's up?
So we have a friend, his name's Quattro. He has an album with Drigo, it's on the way. But he invited us out there. He said he has a homie, Sun Sweat Gold, I believe. But he owns or he runs a bar out there. And then they host shows every now and then. He told us that he could get all of us on there, like it's me, Drigo, No Seasons, my friend Nimsons, my friend Nan. I believe Quattro is gonna perform as well. Side Quest from Vallejo, and then Just Steve's on there as well. So it's a lot of people from the Bay Area. I think it's like 6-7 people from the Bay. It's gonna be
That's dope. That's dope, man. Have you done any shows in the Bay Area before? Or?
Yeah, all my shows have been in the Bay Area. This is gonna be away from the Bay.
The first show away from the Bay. How does that make you feel that now you on this kind of like you got yourself to this level that you can go and take your talent somewhere else and like put on a show for somebody?
It makes me excited. I really want to tour. I want to do more shows in different cities, even different countries. I don't want to only perform in the Bay. I want to travel, see what's out there. I like going to different locations because it gives you a different environment to really work in. You take in taking a lot of different stuff, different cultures, and then you put it back out in music.
Yeah. No, that's dope, man. That's dope.
Yeah. And I think, you know, especially with production, you know, especially if you continue to take from other sounds and other music genres and really play with that, I think you could cross over to other places, because I think just making beats can cross over a lot because you don't have the words. You don't need the words to carry the song, or people don't get drowned out by the words. So if people really get into your beats and your production style, it'll work.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Music's universal, especially if there's no lyrics on there. You know, anybody can understand it.
Yes, sir.
And you're good. Like I said, especially with Chopzilla, I feel like you were good at painting a picture and really doing a theme. So.
So you were talking about you want to go out and you want to soar, right? So is there anybody in particular that you listen to that you'd be like, this would really work with my sound? This is somebody that I would like to rap with in the future?
Honestly, not that I can think of. Honestly, I've just been making music with a lot of my friends, or a lot of mutuals. A lot of the game, really. I feel like I'm a lot of the people that I want to work with. I don't like working with just anybody, really. I like selective with who I work with.
Keep it in the house. Keep everything like with people you mess with. Keeps it organic for sure.
Yeah, and if there's people that I like and we don't really know each other, I'm still willing to pay for features. I'm still willing to reach out to people, stuff like that. Like upper echelon, about a couple of features on there.
This is the first time we're doing this. You know, like I said, we really mess with your music, and we wanted to see, you know, gauge a little bit, you know, where you lean as far as like influences, maybe what you were listening to, or just ideas of like who would you pick in these instances.
Okay.
All right, you gonna pick Dilla or Madlib?
Dilla.
Starting out hard.
Yeah, I gotta go with Jay Dilla.
Okay. Timbaland or Pharrell?
I go with Pharrell.
Okay.
All right, Knowledge or Flying Lotus?
Knowledge.
Oh, okay.
That was
I had a feeling you would go Knowledge there. E40 or Mac Dre?
Fuck.
Yeah, we giving you the hard ones.
I'm gonna go with Mac Dre.
Okay.
Go with Mac Dre for sure.
All right. We got Jeezy or Gucci Mane?
Gucci Mane. I've listened to more Gucci Mane than Jeezy.
Okay. Freddie Gibbs or MF Doom?
MF Doom. No doubt.
I knew that
Mhm.
one was coming. We was trying to pick somebody we could compare to Doom. I was like, bro,
It was hard.
we
It
ain't
was
gonna be able
hard.
to put anybody next to him. So let's
Especially,
just
I
put
feel
it.
like here in Chopzilla, like I don't know, some of those interludes was giving me MF Doom, Mad Lib vibes with the villainous thing, you know.
Boom is hard, yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. I got the next one. Ronnie J or Kenny Beats.
Kenny Beats, because I like the Cave, and I think he does a lot of like, what is it, Twitch streams. He be dropping out
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
knowledge and shit, dropping gems.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially for producers, I feel
Mhm.
like he's really made his own brand, and sometimes that could be hard to do.
Yeah, he's not scared to share the game
Mm-hmm.
knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's really dope. We need more people like that, and that's why I was really appreciative of like your YouTube channel and stuff and like the tutorials because like um, not everybody. I don't know. Some people have like the competitive mind state of like you can't be sharing stuff.
They be gatekeeping.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
gatekeeping, right? But it's like,
yeah,
man, you spread the knowledge, you spread the wealth, and we're all gonna grow, right? So
hmm for
there's
sure.
enough lanes for everybody.
One of my favorite things is watching the process. That's one of the reasons I started doing the YouTube videos.
Mm.
And another reason is because when I got my SP 404, I couldn't find any really good tutorials on there. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make tutorials of the kind of music that I want to make. Because I know other people, they want to make this kind of music as well. And
Mm-hmm.
watching tutorials isn't really gonna help.
Facts. All right, last one. Got Tyler the Creator or Earl Sweatshirt.
Earl Sweatshirt.
Okay.
Right there, yeah.
Hey, that was for some reason I thought you picked Tyler.
I listen
But
to a lot of Earl. Like I think I have the one of his CDs in the whip. I know I have one.
mm-hmm.
I fuck with Earl just because his rapping and his beat selection. It's just
Yeah.
I got a couple more questions that I'm gonna rattle off that just came to my head as we went.
Yeah.
Is there another genre that you really fuck with outside of rap music that maybe inspires you, or you just maybe something that you switch up from rap just to like get rid of that monotony?
Yeah, lately I haven't even been listening to rap. I've been listening to a lot of soul, R&B. I like listening to jazz. I'm trying to pick up some more rock because I don't listen to a lot of rock, but I've been listening to a lot of soul recently, like Anita
Yeah.
Baker, stuff like that.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I definitely see that because your samples are like full of that. I would love to see you work with some rock music because you definitely just your
Yeah.
versatility and like what you can bring. I think that like lo-fi mixed with rock sound would be pretty dope. I mean, it'd be close to country music, but it would be dope.
I do want to make some jazz or even Mexican music, Spanish music.
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
that'd be really dope. But it's hard to band
Yeah.
and
If you
find
could
all the
do
right.
if you could do jazz, that'd be tight. I could see that, especially with some of the stuff you be posting.
Yeah.
Do you ever think that you want to pick up any other instruments, or you want to try to like expand your musical, like just basic like musical stuff in like a different way outside of what you're currently doing?
Yeah, for sure. I really want to pick up a drum set, but you gotta have a lot of space for that. I don't have enough space for a drum set. So maybe an acoustic guitar and then elevate a different kind of guitar.
Okay.
Uh, that'll probably be the easiest route to go right now. A little acoustic guitar.
Okay. You trying to get the honeys? I see you, bro.
Yeah. With a little acoustic guitar
Mm-hmm.
for sure. I had a reggaeton beat like a couple years ago because some dude requested it. He ended up catting off on me, but it was a fun experience making a reggaeton. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's all things I could see myself doing.
Do you have like a favorite beat tape? Like that was on my mind. Like while I was listening to the stuff. Like, do you have like or favorites? Doesn't you don't gotta pick one, but do you have like any beat tapes that you think people should check out if they want to know what you were kind of getting into beat tape wise at first, or what really like you kind of go back to?
I would recommend Skip Above Cloud. And let me check my SoundCloud.
For sure.
I'd recommend Lost as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go back to my older stuff. I got a lot of beat tapes on here that I've been thinking about taking down just because I need space. Maybe up to Bandcamp. But Stuck, I did that around the wintertime for Christmas. Por Vida, that's one that I really like. It was
Okay.
Mexican or Spanish influence, Mexican influence. Those are the main ones I think.
Okay.
Por Vida, Lost, Stuck, and then City Above Clouds. Siempre as well, because that's another Mexican influenced one that I really like.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for sticking with us through this interview. Um, it was a pleasure to have you, Chop.
Thank you for.
You were, of course, you were an amazing guest, very knowledgeable. You guys should definitely check out his YouTube page. We will have it linked in the description below. If you want to learn how to get nice, that's where you go.
Mm-hmm.
Chop, if you have anything that you'd like to say to the people, I mean, now is the time.
Yeah. Well, first off, I appreciate you guys for having me on here, and second, I appreciate anybody that's been supporting. I do have a lot more music coming. It's mostly gonna be rap albums. I'm trying to start dropping more videos. By the end of the year, I want to have a lot more music out. July 16th, in 5 days, I'm doing a show in LA with a bunch of my homies. I will have exclusive Chopzilla merch. Chopzilla takes LA.
That's clean.
So if you need a shirt, slide through to the show, pick one up. But it should be a really good end of the year. I think 2023 should be a really good year as well. I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate anybody who sticks along for the ride, for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You tap into Hip Hop Babies for all the East Bay album reviews that we got. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, get our numbers up so more people can see this interview and all the other interviews that we do. Shout out Chop, shout out Chopzilla, shout out everybody that he shouted out. I can't remember all their names, but we appreciate you. Yes, sir. And with that being said, peace.
Peace.